and welcome to my organized life, where I'm trying to get my life organized. So it's the end of my last paycheck in March, so we are going to be closing out that budget today. I'm super excited and, as always, a little bit nervous because it's always 50-50 on how well closing it goes. Sometimes it's extremely confusing and I struggle. Other times it's a piece of cake. So let's hope for the latter today. All right, so I close my budget in a grid dot journal. So I basically just took the, I believe it's the cash breakdown. What is it called? I can never remember. Let's just flip to the budget category breakdown. So I took the budget category breakdown and just kind of minimized it to fit my own needs. So this basically gives me enough space to completely close my budget. So this is what it looks like. However, I am going to be changing the layout for April. So we're going to be doing March here. These are the last two to fill in. And then April is a clean slate. I'll be doing that up soon here. But I'm going to have it to where my spent and then the breakdown is all on one page. So each paycheck will have its own page. And that just makes the most sense to me. I don't know why I didn't think of doing that from the get-go, but so we're going to be closing everything out in here. Just to save myself some flipping back and forth, I'm going to take out the pages that I need. So let's see, I'm going to need my recent paycheck. So the one I'm currently on that we're going to be closing, which is this one. And these are just magnetic bookmarks. I like these. I like having one on marking my current paycheck, my trackers, and then my main tracker, and then my sinking funds. So everything that I use and then some will be linked in the description box below. All of my Amazon stuff is on one link that will take you to my idea lists, which are subcategorized in different categories to hopefully make it easy for you guys to follow. A little bit of a disclaimer, it may or may not be an affiliate link. I have no idea, but I just figured I'd let you know. All right, so I'm gonna need my current paycheck, the trackers. I don't think I need this one. No, don't think I need that. I think we just need these, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, and I forgot. I used the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I bought the PDF version and then added some other online resources and stuff to kind of make it my own, and I just keep it in this binder. It's super convenient and I love it. One thing I love about getting the PDF version is I was able to customize it to completely fit my needs, which is awesome. So this was my budget for this paycheck. I love how clean and organized this is in comparison to even just my last paycheck, if we flip to that. So this was my last paycheck from the 12th to the 25th. So it's just a little bit chaotic. I kind of have stuff everywhere. I was still trying to figure out my rollover with my cushion and my benefits and all that. I have all of my sinking funds here and then continued down to here and then also on this side. It's just extremely chaotic and honestly unnecessary. So this is how I'm going to be doing it now. So I've got everything just neatly laid out. I've got my sinking funds in just my normal sinking funds and then my monthly challenges. And then I've got my extra debt. And I put my rollover in extra savings. That just made the most sense. And then over here, I actually have the space to list out all of my sinking funds as long as I don't add another one. But yeah, I definitely like how clean and just organized this looks compared to that. I think that will really help me when I'm closing budgets and closing months, because sometimes that chaoticness just automatically throws me off. And that's just enough to get my head spinning and I'm instantly like, oh, this is going to be hard. And then, of course, it is, because that's what my mindset is telling me. So here we've got all of our budget amounts, everything we've saved. And then here is my cash envelope tracking. So I've got my cash, and then I've also got trackers for my debit account and my savings account, which really isn't a savings account. It's basically a secondary checkings account. So I have two checking accounts. I know it's kind of weird, but I like having my bills completely separate from the one that I spend out of. That way I never have the issue of accidentally spending money that I need for bills. So I'll never put myself in that position. So So then everything highlighted was from the previous paycheck, and then all of this is from this paycheck. So I'm going to go through and highlight everything, and I'll probably speed that up because it's going to be a little bit boring, and I feel like it's way more fun and just relaxing to watch that be done with music and sped up. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so there is everything highlighted. So all of my normal category colors, plus I added in this really bright orange to just indicate my income. That way I can see that as well. That way when I go through, I can see what income I budgeted for and then what is extra income that was unbudgeted. So there is everything marked. So let's go into my grid dot journal. So now here is where I'm going to add everything up. Let's see, I think I will probably speed this up as well because it's going to be a little bit boring. So I'm just going to start with the cash. I'm going to add everything up under each category and under each spending account. So anything in cash is going to go here for these account or for these categories. Anything from my basic savings account will go here, and everything from my Debit Plus account will go here. Alright, so there is all of my spending added up within the different categories and the different, I don't know what you would call this, like spending ways, I don't know, throughout cash and then my two accounts. I really got to get in the habit of putting my Debit Plus here and having this in the same order that they are on paper. So I will definitely remember that when I make up my grids for April. And then I do just want to say that my food category is off. I know full well that we got takeout one night in March and I forgot to write it down. Okay, takeout here. So I know it was from Dairy Queen. So usually the meals we usually get the same thing every time, but I'm pretty sure that we got something added on to onion rings or something. So it's usually $25.20 for the meals that we get for the three of us. So I'm going to allow my budget to be at least $25 off because I know where that money came from. Unfortunately, I can't remember the exact cost of this, and fast foods places really aren't in the habit of giving receipts, and the husband does not like asking for receipts. He thinks I'm crazy for tracking everything. He always says that I've got my bills, just bills and extra. He's got bills and extra. He doesn't budget for burgers is what he says, which is fine. I do my own thing. So let's take a closer look at this. See, this is going to be for my rollover, which we didn't spend anything in any of those. And then I also like to kind of add everything up at the bottom. I messed up when I make this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of my cash spending up and tally it at the bottom. Same with my basic savings, my Debit Plus. And then I'm also going to tally how much I spent in each category throughout the three accounts. And then this square here if I add these three things up and then this row up, it should equal the same thing. That way I won't have to actually double check. I can use that to make sure that I added everything properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Tally these up. So we've got 14 plus 29.60, 165.40, 545, 263.80. It's 57.75 twice. It's weird that the amount that I spent on myself and pet food is the exact same. It's kind of strange. So 9. 58.63 was 507. Okay, and then if we add these up on the bottom, they should equal the same thing. So this is actually supposed to be here, but that's okay. So 12.94.60 plus 6.26.38 plus $135.40 equals $2,056.38. Okay, so I'm off somewhere by $3. Let me just go through and add everything up and make sure it's all good. Alright, so I just re-added this up and this is exactly $3 more, so I had 294, this came up as 297, so I'm going to assume that's where my mistake was. So now if I add these together, they should equal this number. So 20.59.38. So that is the total spent there. So now let's go in here and I'm just going to put this in for the bi-weekly spent. So we spent $14 for cab, $29.60 for lunch, $165.40 for groceries. This is not accurate. I know I spent more than that. So then our bi-weekly spent will equal this number. Okay, now let's go ahead. We're done with this page. We got everything on there now. So now we can grab our budgeted amounts. So for the most part, I should just need this sheet here. So for cab money, we budgeted 56. Lunch money, we budgeted 60. Groceries was 180, so I'm glad to see I stayed within that. Takeout was 65. Not sure if I stayed within that because I don't have the proper look on this. Definitely overspent in miscellaneous. So the reason that my miscellaneous is so high is because I budgeted $180 for a giveaway for my other YouTube channel. That money has not been spent yet. I'm actually going to add a little bit more to it just in case the cost ends up being a little bit higher than I anticipated. But I decided to take that out of this budget and just classify it as spent. And then whatever I have left over from what I take for that, if I have anything left over, I'm just going to put it straight onto my MasterCard I'll maybe add it back into the budget and add it onto my MasterCard just to track it. But that's what I'm doing for that. So beauty, I budgeted 70. Pet was 60. Okay, bills. So we've got these here. So bills was $591.38 plus the $50 for the Walmart MasterCard. So $641.38 should be the total for that. Sinking funds should just be all of this, I believe, but it says I spent, oh, this plus taxes. I always forget about that. So 432 plus 75, so 507, that's right. And then for the rollover, the budget was $108.21. Didn't spend any of that, obviously, because it's a rollover. Okay, so there's that there. And someone in the comments of one of my YouTube videos, forgive me, I can't remember who, said the starting balance should be your rollover. Incoming income should be everything that you made throughout that month, and then you have your total income. So I'm going to try it that way and see how that goes. So our rollover for this pay period was $707.59. I really appreciate you guys helping me out. I love the little bits of information and just tips and tricks and feedback that you guys have let me know. I really appreciate it, and I definitely read it and take it into consideration. And so far, a lot of your guys' ideas have helped me so much, especially as a beginner budgeter. Okay, so then incoming income would be everything that came in. So I think instead of just adding my sub and my job number 2, I think I'm just going to go through and add everything that's highlighted in orange. So I've got nothing on this side for cash. I did bring in income from my anniversary sinking fund. So I decided that right now, since one of my main goals is paying off debt, instead of rolling over the $90 that I had left from my anniversary sinking fund, I decided that I'm going to put that on my MasterCard. So that's what I did. And we kept it really cheap. We decided to just hang out at home, watch a movie. We grabbed some stuff from the store and made our own supper. So we had steak and salad and potatoes and carrots. It was so good, just super fun and just relaxing. Saved a lot of money that way and spent some good quality time. So it's definitely lovely. So 90 plus 215. Okay, and then here we've got sub income. So 950 plus job number 2 is 320. So that gives my incoming income as $1,575. So then we're going to add the $707.59 to that, and that makes total income $2,282.59. Seems like a lot. It always seems like a lot when I bring in sinking fund money. Don't know if I still need these or not. I'm just going to set them off to the side, and then I can never remember how I do this part. So let me just, I can check up here. Looks like I did total income minus spent, and that should equal the rollover. Okay, let's try that here and see what happens. So 2,282.59. So 2,282.59 minus $2,059.38 equals $223.21. I feel like that might be accurate. Okay, let's go through and calculate the differences. Just to keep this cohesive, I'm going to just outline this box in blue just to show that this is not this added up. This is something else. So this is our total income. Otherwise, I would probably just assume that I added all of this up and it would equal that, which it wouldn't because some of that income was unbudgeted. So my budget won't equal up to this number. And that minus this equals that. Let's get the rest of this set up here quick. So then we'll have our actual rollover. And the difference between the two. And I know there will be a difference. Okay, so let's see what the difference between categories is. So we budgeted $56 for cab, we spent $14, so that leaves me with positive $42. So we budgeted $60 for lunch. I only spent $29.60. This has got to be a record for me. I was really good at not buying food. I didn't really have much of an appetite at work though, and it was so crazy that I didn't even have time to stop to eat anyways, so that definitely helped. So groceries, we spent $165.40, leaving us with $14.60 left in that category. Take out I'm gonna guess this is probably closer to like $29. Okay, miscellaneous, $230 minus $263.80. So that's negative $33.80. It's not as bad, but I definitely would have liked that to not be negative. So $70 was what I budgeted for beauty, and then I spent $57.75. So that's a difference of $12.25, which I decided to put on my card as well. So I just basically spent the whole amount that I budgeted, but I rolled that over onto my card. So that'll show up in bills. So the difference between pet food should be the same. Oh, no, it won't because my budgeted amounts were different. Never mind. Should be $225, I believe. So 60 minus 57.75. Yeah, so $225. Okay, so $641.38 for bills minus $958.63. So spent over $317 more on bills, and that should all have been on my MasterCard because there's, let's see, $305 that I put for my sinking funds plus the $12.25 that I had left over from my beauty. So yeah, that adds up. So this is good. This is how much I was able to put on my credit card, which is amazing. So no difference for sinking funds. And then we have a positive difference of $108.21 for the rollover. So I definitely like this because it's not going to affect any of my other budget categories. I don't really care if this money ever gets spent or not. It shows up, it's there, it's accounted for, and that's all that matters. So I like that. Okay, so I can never remember. I'm gonna have to write the formula down for this. I think it's spent divided by total income equals. So let's try that with this one here. So 602 divided by 2126.73 equals 28. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to take my total income, so 2282.59. Make sure that's right. I'm going to put that on memory, and then I'm going to not hit the all clear button because that's bad. So we're going to go 14 divided by memory recall equals, so this is 1%. 2960 divided by total income is also 1%. Spent 7% in groceries. This will probably be less than 1%. So I'm going to put this as 0.02%. Actually, you know what, let's just leave that at 0. It's not even a percent, so let's not even count that. Okay, so 263.80. Rounding up, that would be 12. That can't be right. Okay, hold on here. Let me just double check. So 1%, yep, 29.60, 1%, 7, 12. I'm guessing I probably forgot the decimal in that. Oh, I see. I was looking at 25%, but no, this is actually 3%. That makes so much more sense. So these will both be 3%. $42% for bills. Never like seeing bills that high, but most of that was paying off debt, so that's okay. And then let's do the income spent divided by total income. So I spent 90% of my income, which I try and keep it closer to 80%, but 90% is okay. It definitely could be worse. So let's see, we want pink and green. So green is positive. Pink is negative, and then I'm not sure whether our difference is going to be positive or negative, so keep that off to the side. And now we're going to count what my actual rollover is. So let's set this off. I'll pull out money. I'll be right back. All right, so I believe this is everything. So see, I have $9.95 in my Debit Plus account, plus $108.21 in my basic account, and then we're going to add cash, so 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Just gonna add that twice to make sure, so this should be 70. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So plus 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5, plus 25, 50, 75, 85, 95. So plus 0.95. So this is what our rollover actually is. I think that's more than what it said it should be. Oh, no, maybe not. It's less. So according to this, the actual rollover is $174.21. So let's see what the difference is. So just memory that. So we can go $223.21 minus memory recall equals. So there is a $49 difference. That is quite a bit. I don't really like that. Okay, we're going to say minus. Let's just say that that meal cost $30. That would still be $19 unaccounted for. Well, I'm not going to worry about that too much since I know that probably around $30 of that was spent for sure, which leaves me with an actual difference of around $19, $20. I'm not going to pull my hair out over that. I'm not sure where that went. I really need to start doing a better job tracking my spending, especially places that don't give out receipts or anything like that. I usually make sure that I write everything down at least. So that's going to be a goal for myself, is to track my budget better. But this is how I am ending this paycheck. So it's not completely bad. It looks bad here, but it's really this. So I'm just going to hold on to that. It does bother me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. It's never nice having money missing. I would rather this be green. All right, so I'm just going to pop back in for a quick sec because I'm just in the middle of recording closing out my month. I hate doing that, by the way. It's terrible. Don't recommend it. Just kidding. It's good practice and one day I'll get it, but right now I'm just annoyed. Anyways, going back through my rollover. I messed up on my rollover. So let's bring this back out here. I don't know how I messed up. I really need to double check my numbers, and I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. So I had $9.95 in one account plus $108.21 in another account plus $75.95. So that actually equals $194.11. So I somehow was off by like 20 cents. So this is actually $194.11. Okay, so I'm going to put that on memory. So then we have $223.21 minus that $194.11. So the difference is actually $29.10, which that sounds about right. Because what I was saying with that meal from Dairy Queen is we usually spend, what was it, $25.20, I think. So yeah, that would make sense. So this is probably almost exactly what we spent on that takeout. I could go through and, you know, change all of this and add that into takeout, but honestly, that's just a lot of work, and honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth it. And I feel like that's kind of cheating because I don't know for sure that this was the exact amount that we spent. I do know that it was very, very close to that. I'm going to leave this here as a kind of reminder that I really need to track every single dollar to definitely help. But yeah, so that is my actual rollover. This is my difference. I am definitely okay with that because that means I was probably only $1 or $2, if that, off of this budget. So I just wanted to throw that in there since I noticed that I didn't add that up properly. Yeah. All right, so I think that is how we are going to leave this paycheck. So I am going to be filming my, closing of March real quick here, and I'm going to try to have this edited and uploaded as quick as I can. I'm excited to close March and move on to April. I think April is going to be a really good month. You'll find out why if you watch my April Paycheck 1 budget, where I'll go into a little bit more detail as to why I'm so excited for April. But yeah, this is where we're going to leave this off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, would you please give it a thumbs up? And if you haven't already, I would really love it if you'd consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell to get notified of when I upload. I would love to have you along for my journey. But yeah, again, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, take care, and hopefully I will see you next time. All right, guys. Bye.